All right, perfect system. We've already done present tense. We've done imperfect. Now I want to look at perfect. We call it a system because there's actually going to be 3 tenses that all follow very similar rules to each other. We've seen perfect already. We're going to add the pluperfect and the future perfect here in just a moment. Okay? So, the perfect tense, one of the 2 past tenses. Remember, imperfect was a past tense. That's that was, were, xing. Yeah, perfect tense is is x'd. It's the simple past tense, but we have a problem because English, it's not always easy. Yeah? English, we say learn, learned, play, played, study, studied, but then we say eat, ate, see, saw. So not all of them are ending in an ed in English, even though that is the simple answer. Okay? So the default translation for the perfect tense is verbed, remembering that it won't always be ed because English is weird, right? These are easy tenses. All 3 perfect tenses are going to follow the same idea of a stem and an ending. There's no join vowels, there's no tense indicators, none of that stuff that you've had to worry about in other tenses. It's just a stem and an ending. Okay? The stem, again, for all 3 of them, the stem is going to be the 3rd principal part minus I. You already know that. We've already seen that. Okay? And then for the perfect tense, your endings, isti, eat, imus, istis, erunt. Okay, that should be reviewed. That part you should remember. And what's new now is let's look at the pluperfect tense. Pluperfect comes from the French word plus, meaning more than. The pluperfect tense in English is called the past perfect. It's more than past. This is when you are telling a story in the past, but you talk about something even further back. Okay? Before I got to school this morning, past tense, before I got to school, I had eaten breakfast. In the past, when I got to school, eating breakfast is even further back. That's the past perfect, or the pluperfect in Latin. Okay? So it's going to be had verbed is your default translation. Frequently in English, you'll also have the word already there. I had already verbed. Okay? Again, it's just a stem plus ending, and again, your stem is just the 3rd principal part minus I. Okay? Your endings here are eram, eras, erat, eramus, eratis, erant. Okay? If you have had Spanish 3 or higher, if you remember your imperfect in Spanish, this is actually the imperfect of the verb ser. Okay? Era, eras, era, éramos, erais, era. Okay, so if you've had Spanish, that helps you, but otherwise, no problem. Your endings are eram, eras, erat, eramos, eratis, erant. Notice it's your basic pattern, M-S-T, M-U-S-T-I-S-N-T. It's very predictable. Latin always is. Okay? And then the future perfect, we have this tense in English as well. It's very rare. It's the rarest of the tenses. Yeah? It's going to be the same, though, as the English future perfect. This is going to be when you are talking about something in the future, and in that future, something that you talk about is in the past. Okay? When you start college, that's in the future. You guys are all in high school. When you start college, you will have graduated high school. Graduating high school is in the past compared to that future event we are talking about. Okay, so in the future, this will be in the past. It might still be in the future for us right now, but compared to the time you're talking about, it's in the past. Okay? It's going to be will have verbed is the way you're going to translate that. Okay? Will have verb, will have xed. It's still a stem and an ending. It's still a 3rd principal part minus I. Your endings, ero, eris, erit, erimus, eristis, erint. So again, you're very predictable, O-S-T, M-U-S-T-I-S-N-T. Right? And these will actually come in handy when you learn irregular verbs. You're going to see these again then. All right? But those are your 3 perfect tenses.